Hello, dear listeners. Hope you are fine. This is the podcast about Jupiter Transit 2023. Jupiter will enter Aries uh, on 22 April 2023, and it will remain in the sign of Aries till 1st May 2024. So, as you know, that the transit duration for Jupiter is 1 year. So till now, currently rather, Jupiter is in Pisces, and it will transit from Pisces to Aries. And what will be the effects on all ascendants, all moon signs, uh, who will benefit and who will not benefit, in what areas of life will the natives be able to benefit, and what is the important prerequisite to harness the benefits of this Jupiterian transit. Now, first of all, before starting the session, before starting the analysis of the Jupiter transit 2023, let me discuss few things in a brief. So far as the Jupiter transit is concerned, transit of any planet, especially Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu, these four planets in astrology, we must know that one is able to harness the benefit of Jupiter only when the birth Jupiter is strong. So if anyone whose birth Jupiter is not strong, he'll not be able to harness and harvest the benefit of this transit of Jupiter 2023. So it's very important, extremely important. It's paramount to strengthen your Jupiter. And more importantly, if your ascendant Lord is also weak, that needs to be strengthened in order to harness the benefits of this Jupiter. Now, let us begin with the Aries ascendant. As is visible in the chart, the aspect of Jupiter, the Jupiter is transiting from Pisces to the uh, Aries. So this transit is going to be a boom for the Aries ascendant people, for the Aries ascendant natives. Jupiter was in the 12th house. You were facing, losses. You were facing impediments. You were facing obstructions with regard to foreign travel, with regard to spiritual advancement, with regard to opening new streams to income. You were trying to generate new streams of new channels of income. You were, trying to get new opportunities, new channels of opportunities, and all that. And but you are facing impediments, you are facing losses only with regard to general fortune. Your luck was also not getting into your favor, so far as the transit of so far as the Jupiter in Pisces is concerned. So in the year of 2022, you faced many problems. uh, you made expenses on uh, in going to foreign travel and other things, in opening new streams to income, and things like that. But you are not able to grow spirituality. You faced many problems, you faced expenses, you faced losses, you faced impediments. Now this transit of transit of Jupiter is completely in your favor, provided that the birth Jupiter is strong. Now the Jupiter in Aries 2023 is explained in this light of scientific Jyotish. Jupiter being lord of the ninth house. Ninth house is the house of general fortune, and this is a blessing for the Aries ascendant people, that Jupiter is a general significator of fortune, a general significator of general fortune, and also a particular significator of general fortune. It means that your luck is going to have a multiplicity for you. You have it will, the general fortune and luck will favor you multiple times so far as this transit is concerned. So if you have been aiming, you have been wishing to have a foreign travel, to have a long journey, to have pilgrimage, especially with respect to spiritual travel and all that, and in this, during this transit, you will be able to do that. It's the transit which is completely in your favor, and this is one of the implications that your foreign travel is promised given this transit. And if anyone of the Aries ascendant here who has been facing problems of childbirth, and he'll be blessed with a baby. And if one is wishing to get blessed with a male child, this transit promises the birth of a male child also, so far as the Aries ascendant is concerned. So far as the higher education is concerned, you'll be able to succeed in higher education, especially if you're going in higher education, spiritual education, spiritual academics. You'll be able to go that you'll be able to succeed in that also. Moreover, your marital relationship, your marital life will be smooth. It will get beautified, it will get magnified. And those Aries ascendant people may be especially females who are having problems in their marriage, they are going to get married. They are going to get married from this Jupiter transit 2023, provided they are wearing standard quality yellow sapphire, if their natal Jupiter is strong. And it's also important, since the ascendant lord is the Aries, it's the empty sign, it's the Mool Trikun sign of Mars. It's the ascendant lord. If it is if it is weak in the birth chart, it needs to be strengthened also. So this is all about the Jupiter transit 2023 for Aries ascendant. Hope you got this. Now let us move to the Taurus ascendant. Now Jupiter will transit from 11th house to the house of to the 12th house, that is Aries. This will be the Jupiter transit 2023 for the Taurus ascendant people, for the Taurus ascendant natives. Since Jupiter is a malefic planet for Taurus ascendant, it will not be a good transit. It would not be a favorable transit for the Taurus ascendant natives. No, not at all. Since the so far as the last year 2022 is concerned, you have been you faced impediments, you faced obstructions in getting income, in gains and income. You faced problems with your elder siblings. You faced problems with regard to your friends also. So this is actually the time when you are going to get into problem again. You will be so far as your expenses are concerned, your marital life, marital relationship concerned, that will also get effect. You will face obstructions in your marital life so far as the conjugal bliss is concerned. And you will also do many expenses that will be of no use at all. So you need to be cautious. You need to be cautious in this transit of Jupiter 2023. And you will also face losses. You will also face impediments, obstructions, and unexpected happenings with regard to assets. Maybe that might be landed assets, that might be construction assets. Your mental peace will be disturbed. You will also you may also face problems with respect to your mother, isn't it? So your domestic harmony is also in danger. And so far as the litigations, cases and other things are concerned, if any legal case is going on upon you, if you are facing any litigation, you won't be able to win that, because it's the time period when the Jupiter is aspecting 6th house. You will move into debts also, isn't it? You will have a bad relationship with your maternal uncle also. So this is the uh, unfavorable transit for the Taurus ascendant people. Now another thing is that Jupiter, being malefic planet, it's aspecting its own moon Trikon. It means that this is strengthening Jupiter again, isn't it? So the transit Jupiter is strengthening itself in the transit. It is the biggest problem that is considered in the light of scientific Jyotish. When a planet aspects its own house, uh, it becomes more strong. So Jupiter in this case becomes more strong, and the point is that it's malefic, it won't give any results. Now what is the remedy for the Taurus ascendant people? The Taurus ascendant people have to do the charities for Jupiter. They need to be conscious. What to do? You don't have to, don't make expenses, don't take any business initiative, because you will face impediments, you will face obstructions, isn't it? If you are preparing to have gains again in your life, because you have been facing impediments so far as the last year is concerned, you have been facing impediments in gains in income, in profits and all that. Here you will also face problems, you will face losses, you'll face futile expenses. So if you are wishing to create assets, that will be a problem. You will face impediments, you will face obstacles, you will have to wait. Now it's not the way that you will not do that, but you need to be cautious. It is this transit is not in your favor. You need to do the charities for Jupiter. The charities for Jupiter are extremely important for the Taurus ascendant people. And also, as I said, that you will get caught into debts also. So this is also, and you will also face accidents during this transit. Be cautious. Now the safe and secure thing for the Taurus ascendant natives is to do charities for Jupiter, and don't think of creating assets, maybe landed assets, constructing assets and all that. Be away from that. And if your sun is weak, so far as your birth chart is concerned, if your sun is weak, start strengthening. Wear a ruby, wear a nice quality ruby in order to get protected from, so that your assets are not lost, so that you don't get such a obstruction in the creation of assets during this year 2023 to 1st May 2024. So if you are wearing diamond, you need to remove that, isn't it? Because diamond is a problem for Taurus ascendant natives. It will if you wear a diamond, it will move you into conflicts, into disputes, into litigations, and it will create debts for you if you wear a diamond. So wearing a diamond for you is not recommended at all. It's not recommended at all. It's a Venus itself is a malefic planet for you in the light of scientific Jyotish, and there are many natives whom who were facing problems. There are many Taurians, many Taurus ascendant people who were wearing a diamond, who were facing problems in their life. And when they took on my consultation, and I recommended that to remove diamond gemstone. So when they removed diamond, and recommended them South Sea pearl, so far as their need was concerned, as is was evident. So when they removed that, their problems got solved. So wearing diamond creates a problem. It creates many problems. Among them is the disputes, debts, conflicts, litigation, and all that. So far as your health is concerned, that is again a problem. You are going to have issues with your chest, with your lungs. You will face issues with your lungs, you will face issues with your chest, you'll also face issues with your mental peace, isn't it? So your chest infection, your issues with your heart, isn't it? You will face cardiac issues also during this transit if your sun is weak. So be cautious. You'll face problems in your large intestine in your kidneys as well. So that is the problem. Also with respect to the external scrotum and external generative organs, you may also face problems in that area also. So this transit is a problematic situation for the Taurians, so be cautious. The remedies I suggested you during the uh, transit, I said that you need to go through uh, charities of Jupiter in order to get secured from the this transit of Jupiter, which is malefic for you. Now coming to the Gemini ascendant, the Geminians, you are going to get fruits, get boom from this transit of Jupiter 2023. So Jupiter was in our 10th house, and that's in our 10th house so far as the Jupiter of 2022 is concerned. So you were enjoying some benefits with regards to your, so far as your career is concerned. If you were a businessman, and if you are working on your you were having business of your wife, so you gained much during the transit of 2022. But this transit will also be quite beneficial for you. What are the different benefits that you will gain, uh, you'll be able to have from this transit of Jupiter? The first is that this, if you're a businessman, isn't it, so you're going to have uh, gains, extremely higher gains from your business. You will gain much from your business, and your relationship with your you will elder siblings, that will be much. You will get support from your elder siblings, elder siblings with regards to your business initiatives. So also your marital life will be accompanied by the gains in business, isn't it, since it's the prime determinant of your marriage. Your marital life will see the gains and much more. And since the gains are associated with the third house, that is the house of initiatives, and if you are thinking of opening a new venture, new business ventures, so it's recommended that you go on, you open new business ventures. That is going to be a positive change, and you will succeed in opening, in setting up new business ventures during this transit of Jupiter 2023. So you'll be able to gain from opening new business ventures, taking new initiatives. And so far as your emotional health is concerned, so far as your if you are going through you are pursuing higher education in academics, this will be a nice achievement, especially if you are an MBA student, for example. Your academics with regards to your business, if you are business administration, for example, the academics pertaining to business, academics pertains to subjects related with marriage. So you'll be able to get succeed in those fields as well. And if you have been facing problems in childbirth, you will be blessed with male child rather during this transit. And it will depend on the strength of birth Jupiter also, and it will depend on the strength of Venus in your chart also. It's not that it will happen all of a sudden. Few prerequisites are important in this concern. So this is the Gemini ascendant chart. Geminians are very fortunate to get fruits out of this transit 2023. So be happy and enjoy this transit. Now let us move to the Cancer ascendant chart. Cancerians, it's the transit which is not in your favor. So far as the traditional and classical astrology is concerned, it is a friendly sign, but it's incorrect. It's completely incorrect. I recommend as an astrologer, I recommend all the Cancerians to remove yellow sapphire, if they are wearing a yellow sapphire, because wearing a yellow sapphire is a problem for you. Since the day you have put yellow sapphire into your index finger, you have faced conflicts, you have faced disputes, you are getting trapped in debts, isn't it? Jupiter is not a benefic planet for you, it's a malefic planet for you. It will always create problems for you, it will create obstructions for you, it will move you into litigations, isn't it? It will create disputes only for you, it will not be a karak, it will not be a significator of wealth for you at all. So my request is, my recommendation for you, if you are a Cancer ascendant, is that you remove yellow sapphire. You remove yellow sapphire, you can't strengthen yellow sapphire at all. For strengthening Jupiter, you need to do charities of Jupiter rather than wearing yellow sapphire. Now, the Jupiter being malefic planet, it is transiting from 9th house to the 10th house. 10th house in case of Cancerians is the house of profession. So you will have disputes, conflicts in your professional life. You will have also your disputes if you are married with your mother-in-law. This house is also a karak of mother-in-law. So this is the case that you are going to have disputes with your mother-in-law also. You will having, if your professional life is settled, and if you are employed rather, you may face litigations in your professional life as well, and they might have started, you might have got signal that you are getting caught into disputes, conflicts and litigations with respect to your professional life, with respect to your career. So be cautious. Now what to do, I'll explain also that in case of Cancerians. Now the question is that it will also aspect, Jupiter will also aspect the second house. It means you will have conflicts in your family, you will have conflicts and disputes with respect to your wealth, isn't it? Wealth accumulation, you will have conflicts with your wife, especially with your life partner, especially if you are a female Cancer ascendant. So your status will be in danger, though your career is going to face the worst during this transit of Jupiter 2023. You will only face disputes and conflicts in your professional life, in your status, and you will have disputes and quarrels and conflicts with your father also. So be cautious during this transit. Another thing that I want to mention, that your mental peace will be disturbed. You will have conflicts and disputes and litigations with respect to your assets, with respect to your properties, isn't it? So your domestic harmony will be challenged, will get challenged during this transit. And another thing that I have indicated in this chart using the light pen, is that the Jupiter is aspecting its own Multrikun sign, that is Sagittarius in this case. So the transit Jupiter is strengthening its own house. It is the problem for the Cancerians. It's the biggest problem of this transit. So what you need to do is to do charities for Jupiter. Remove yellow sapphire. If you are wearing yellow sapphire, that will create multiple problems for you. Rest is your choice, I have to say, in the light of scientific Jyotish. So if you have to do the charities for Jupiter, there is no way out. So you will face these problems, there is no doubt. That now the question arises that if your lagna is weak, that is your moon, if your moon is weak, you need to strengthen that. Also, if your sun is weak, you need to strengthen that. Similarly, if your Venus is weak, you need to strengthen that. Then only you can get protection to some extent. Because the houses aspects need to be strengthened in order to get protection from the transit Jupiter. Then only you'll be able to defend the transit Jupiter, and you have to propitiate, you have to do charities for Jupiter in order to get safeguard. So far as your health is concerned, you will also face problems in your teeth, in your nasal cavity, in your neck also. And if you are a diabetic patient, diabetic patient already, this transit is a problem for you. It will be creating problems in such a case. And so far as your chest your lungs and your heart is concerned, you will also face issues in these organs of your body. And so far as large intestine, kidneys is concerned, you are also going to face problems in that. You'll have conflicts with your maternal uncle also. It's the transit fulfilled, it's the transit full of conflicts and disputes in your professional life, in your domestic life, and in the relationship with your relatives, especially your maternal uncle. So I recommend that to strengthen your sun if it's weak, to strengthen your Venus if it's weak, and also to strengthen your Mercury if it's weak. And strengthening the ascendant lord is quite important. I have already mentioned that. So this is all about the Cancer ascendant with respect to the Jupiter transit 2023. Now coming to the Leo ascendant, the Jupiter is a benefic planet, for the Leo ascendant natives. So Jupiter is a blessing for you, and during the last year you were facing problems, you were facing impediments, you were facing obstructions in conceiving a baby, isn't it? If you are married, you have been facing problems in the last year, you were unable to conceive a baby. Your higher education that was hampered, you were going through investments, but the output was not as expected. You were facing impediments, you were facing obstructions in getting output from your investments, so far as the last year is concerned. Now this Jupiter is transiting the Aries. It means that you will get freedom from all the complications, from all the obstructions that you faced during the last year 2022. So this is a blessing. This transit for you is a blessing. So is a general karak, it's a general significator of general fortune, this Jupiter. And so far as your chart is concerned, it's a Leo ascendant chart. This is the lord of the fifth house, house of creativity, house of investment, house of childbirth, house of higher education, house of emotions. And this is transiting to Aries. This is the house of general fortune, this is the house of father, this is the house of foreign travel. So if you are thinking of switching to foreign, if you are thinking of switching to abroad with respect to your professional life, with respect to your higher education, in order to pursue higher education in abroad, you will get succeed in that. If you are planning, you were facing impediments in moving abroad in order to pursue your higher education. So during this transit you would easily be able to move to abroad in order to pursue higher education, and you will be easily able to conceive a baby. And there are chances that you will conceive a son baby, that will be a male baby, so far as this transit is concerned. And since the Jupiter is aspecting your ascendant lord, your lagna, your first house, this is a blessing. It means that you will gain much, because the transit Jupiter is aspecting the ascendant lord. It means that there are maximum chances of foreign travel for you. The luck and fortune will be in your favor, isn't it? Your spiritual growth will be extremely higher. And another thing that is that you are facing problems in taking initiatives, in setting up new business ventures, isn't it? In getting communication, in getting entrepreneurial skills, in becoming an entrepreneur, you are facing problems in that. So since your nature is royal, you are a royal natured personality, and when you face problems, you don't bear, you are facing problems is what you don't bear at all. You don't have patience in such respects, rather. Now it's the time that you will be able to get succeed in your business ventures. So if you are thinking of opening new business ventures, in setting up new business ventures, taking new initiatives or life, you will get succeed. You will easily get succeed, and you will also have support in setting up these new business ventures. you will get support from younger siblings, your younger sister, your younger brother. You will definitely get support from that in doing such things. So this Jupiter is a boom for Leo ascendant people. Again, I'll iterate it, I repeat it, that you need to strengthen the birth Jupiter. If it's weak, then only you can harness the benefits of this Jupiter transit. So this is all about Jupiter transit to 2023 so far as the Leo ascendant natives are concerned. Now the Virgo ascendant natives, since so far as the Virgos are concerned, Jupiter is the most benefic planet for the Virgo ascendant natives. But unfortunately, Jupiter was in the 7th house of the Virgo ascendant natives. It's transiting in the 12th house. This is a problem. It means that the Virgo ascendant people will face obstacles, impediments in creating assets in their life, isn't it? Their domestic harmony will be challenged, and they'll get their mental peace will be disturbed, isn't it? They'll face problems. So if their birth Jupiter is weak, I'll repeat this, if their birth Jupiter is weak, they need to strengthen it. Then only the Virgo ascendant people will be able to get protection from this transit. So this transit is not such a malefic as I explained in case of Cancer ascendant natives, because Jupiter is the most benefic planet for the Virgo ascendant natives. The point is that they are going to face impediments in their life. But on the other hand, Rahu will transit, Rahu is in Aries, Rahu is currently in Aries. It will transit from Aries to what? Pisces or Taurus. Its transit is quite reverse, isn't it? It will transit this Pisces. That will be a blessing for Pisces, to some extent. That will be a blessing for Virgo ascendant natives. However, this is not the subject matter of Rahu Ketu is not the subject matter of this podcast. It's exclusively for the Jupiter transit. So, and another thing is that you will face also if you are wishing to have foreign travel, you will face impediments, you will face obstructions and obstacles in moving abroad. So that is on the one hand. But on the other hand, if your sun is strong, sun is malefic for you. But if your sun is strong, if your Mars is strong, and Mars is not giving any affliction in your chart, and sun is strong, it does not give any affliction in your chart, then there are chances that you will be able to move to foreign. But your general fortune, your luck will not be in your favor at all, because it will face obstacles. Now the remedy is that you need to strengthen your natal Jupiter. If it's weak, then only you can benefit from this transit, and there is nothing to worry about. But the fact is that you will face problems. But on the other hand, this transit will be able, will be helpful to your career as well, because the determinant for your professional life is Venus. But since Jupiter is placed in the 8th house, there's a malefic house, it is the house of obstructions. It will give obstructions here to your professional life also. So if your Venus is weak, you need to strengthen your Venus as well. So this is what is recommended to the Virgo ascendant natives. And so far as the Saturn transit is concerned, as I have explained, and what will be the benefits of Saturn transit for Virgo ascendant natives, because Saturn is a malefic planet for Virgos, and they don't have any benefit from them. But since Saturn is moving into its Multrikul sign, that's Aquarius, for this period of 2.5 years, and it will not harm, but it will depend on the afflictions. If the afflictions are taking place from transit to natal chart, and from natal to transit chart, and if are from transit to transit, what we call triple transit, that it will be a challenge for Virgo ascendant natives. So you can have a consultation with me and a suggestion with me with regard to this transit, Saturn transit, Jupiter transit, what to do, and what will be the challenges that you'll face during this transit. However, this is the general view that I explained what will be the implications of this Jupiterian transit 2023 for the Virgo ascendant natives. Now let us move to the Libra ascendant natives. So far as the Libra ascendant natives are concerned, this is a quite favorable transit for the Libra ascendant natives. Jupiter is transiting from, this is a blessing for Libra ascendant natives, because uh, Jupiter is transiting from your 6th house to the 7th house. So 7th house is one of the Kendra houses, one of the angular houses. It's a nice placement, for all the ascendants, Kendra houses, angular houses. This is a nice placement in the transit. So you have been facing, uh, so far as the last year is concerned, you were facing disputes, conflicts, delays, litigations with respect to your ventures, business ventures. You had set up business ventures, but you faced disputes, you faced litigations, you faced delays, you faced obstructions the business, in your business ventures, in your initiatives you took, in your efforts you made. You faced disputes in your efforts, but so far as this transit, that those disputes will be over. The another transit of Jupiter, that's from of 2024, that will be challenging for you to some extent, but this transit is extremely, it's completely in your favor. You will face no problem at all. And if you have set up your ventures, if you have shackled your efforts to do something, new ventures, new thought, you have taken initiatives in your life, you need to do that. You need to open your ventures, open the ventures for you, in order to harness the benefits of this transit. So if your birth Jupiter is weak, you need to strengthen first your Jupiter in order to get benefits from Jupiter transit. And if your Mars is weak also, you need to strengthen Mars, because Mars is the lord of Jupiter in this case. That needs to be strengthened also. So the first impact of Jupiter transit 2023 on the Libra ascendant natives is that if you are a female, you will have a cool, you will have a blessed marital life. Your marital life will normalize. You were facing disputes in your marital life so far as the past year 2022 is concerned, and you were faced you were facing litigations in your marital life. Now those litigations and disputes, those will be over. Now your marital life is calm, your marital life is smooth, uh, given the transit of Jupiter 2023. And so far as your business is concerned, you will be able, if you are, I said that if you are thinking of opening ventures, you will facing disputes and other problems, in that you will have gains, your business will expand. And also, since the Jupiter is transiting the 11th house, that is the house of gains, that you will have much gains from your wife, uh, you know uh, from your life partner. And it is recommended that if you do your partnership with your life partner, if you are a husband, you're going to do a business partnership with your wife partner, life partner, with your wife rather. So that will be a blessing. You will benefit from them. And it is the time that when you will be able to do partnership, business partnership, you will be able to do that. But it's not that it's a transit impact. Maybe that your birth chart will be like that uh, partnership is not in your favor, isn't? That's another point also, that's also a reality, because it's the transit what I am speaking of, what I am explaining of. It's the transit influence. Now the fact is that you will have support if you are going to open new business ventures, establish a business, well established business. You will have gains, and your desires with respect to your wife, with respect to your life partner, with respect to your partnerships, business partnerships, with respect to your people relationships, that will be fulfilled, your desires. And you will get also support from elder siblings so far as the transit is concerned. And since the Jupiter is also aspecting your ascendant, that is Libra, that is Venus. So it's a blessing for you. You will be able to face new challenges in your life, and you will get dominated over many things in your life, especially if you have set in ventures. As I said, you will have a dominance in setting up new business ventures, and you will have dominance. Your marital life will get quite smooth throughout this transit. So far as your health is concerned, if you are facing problems, if you are diabetes patient, your diabetes was uh, you have been facing a typical problem during the last year, and this year will be a blessing for you, your diabetes. If you are diabetic patient, so it will be a relief for you, much relief you will face. You will gain. And if also you are facing problems in lower legs, for example, if it is the case, you will also face relief in that. And this is on the in case of health aspects. And so far as the recommendations concerned, one is the recommendation that you need to strengthen your birth Jupiter if it is weak. If it is not weak, then there is no requirement, there is no need to do that. So this is all about the Libra ascendant natives. Let us move to the Scorpion ascendant people, Scorpion ascendant natives. So far as Scorpions are concerned, this Jupiter transit is quite nice for them, because Jupiter is the benefic planet for Scorpion ascendant natives. Now the point is that Jupiter was in the fifth house. It was one of the Trikhon houses. It was in the nice placement so far as the transit of last year is concerned. Many of the Scorpion ascendant, they succeeded in higher education given the nature of the uh, transit 2022. So also many of the natives of Scorpio ascendant natives, they might have got married during the last transit. So this transit is a problem, but it's not such a problem, because sixth house is a house. It's not such a malefic house as compared to the eighth house and 12th house, isn't it? It's a point. It is a scientific based observation. So Jupiter is moving to the house of disputes, house of litigations. So you might face litigations with respect to your your marital life. Will face few problems. If you are a wife, if you are a female, you might face disputes in your marital life, conflicts in your marital life. So it will depend on the strength of Jupiter, but it will depend on the strength of Jupiter. If the Jupiter is strong, there are no worries, isn't it? But if it's not, if it is afflicted, if it is debilitated, and there are multiple afflictions to the birth Jupiter in your chart, so there are problems. Now you need to strengthen your birth Jupiter. That's quite important for you. Then only your marital life will get secured. So far as your career is concerned, your professional life is concerned, you will get good results in your professional life. Your professional life will gain much. You will get status. You will get positive results in your professional life as well. And if you are going to accumulate your wealth, that will face problems, that may face losses also, because Jupiter is transiting 12th house from the 6th house. So you may get into conflicts, you may get into disputes if you start accumulating wealth. So on the one hand, you are accumulating wealth during this transit, as the Jupiter is transiting in the Aries, but it is aspecting its own house, that is Sagittarius, its own Multrikun house. So it's strengthening in its own house on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's aspecting Libra, isn't it? That's not a good situation. Though on the one hand, you're going to have gains in wealth, and on the other hand, you might face losses, expenses in your life during this transit. And so far as the professional life is concerned, you'll have a nice impact. This transit will have a positive effect on your professional life as well, because Jupiter and Sun, these are the two prime determinants of professional, of career for you, being Scorpion ascendant. So this is all about the Scorpio ascendant natives. You need not to worry. what I recommended, you need to worry about that rather. Now let us move to the Sagittarius. The most fortunate people, the most fortunate natives who will harness the benefit of Jupiter transit is the Sagittarius ascendant natives. Sagittarius ascendant natives, I would say balle balle and things like that. I'll congratulate you because this transit is quite uh, fruitful for you. It's extremely fruitful. You will gain much out of this transit. Now since the it's your ascendant lord, it's transiting your fifth house. If you have been expecting you know birth of a male baby, birth of a son, this transit promises you that you will have birth of son during this transit. And if you were facing few issues, little issues, that's not the possibility, but might be, you might be facing few issues with respect to your higher education, and you will succeed in higher education, and you will succeed in creating assets also. You'll succeed in your investments also. If you are planning to do investments in speculative investments in stock markets and other things, so it will be a success for you. I recommend that you must go ahead in doing that. Now, so far as your general fortune is concerned, your foreign travel is concerned, you are will be able to move to abroad with respect to your professional life in order to pursue higher education. If you are wishing to move abroad with respect to your pursuit of higher education, with respect to investing in foreign, so you will be able to get success in that also. So this transit is in favor, completely in favor of you. But one main thing is that which I focus for all the ascendants is that strengthening Jupiter is quite important. If your birth Jupiter is weak, you need to strengthen that in order to harness the benefits of this Jupiter transit. So you will have a good play if good relationship with your father. Your father will also gain from the Jupiter transit 2023, and you will have gains if you make investments. You will have gains, and with respect to your higher education, if you are going to move abroad in order to pursue higher education, you will have support. You will have assistance and support from elder siblings, and you will also have gains in moving abroad with respect to investments, with respect to higher education. You will have gains also, and your desires with respect to your higher education, with respect to your childbirth, isn't it, with respect to your emotional health, with respect to your marital life also, if you are a female. So that's maximum. If Sagittarius ascendant natives are facing problems in their marital life, chances are there that you are going to have positive results. But it's especially for those who have have been wishing for love marriage rather than arranged marriage in this case. And certain things of Jupiter is quite must in this case. So I'll congratulate the Sagittarius ascendant natives. It's a balle balle transit 2023 for the Sagittarius ascendant natives. So this is all about Sagittarius natives. Now let us move to the Capricorn ascendant natives. So far as the Capricorn ascendant natives are concerned, this Jupiter is a problem. Why it's a problem? Because Jupiter is a malefic planet for the Capricorn ascendant natives, and malefic planet is a problem. So it will not harness good results for the Capricorn ascendant natives. Since the Jupiter is transiting from the from the third house to the to the fourth house, you are facing expenses, losses, impediments, so far as your initiatives, so far as your efforts are concerned. That efforts, they were useless so far as the last year transit of Jupiter is concerned. You set up few ventures, but faced losses in in your business ventures, in your initiatives, in your efforts. You faced losses with respect to elder with respect to younger siblings also. So if you are an entrepreneur, you might have faced losses, expenses, absurd expenses, only getting losses out of them. in your business ventures, in your entrepreneur setups. So this transit is not in your favor at all. This is a transit that is you have to be quite cautious during this transit. The if you are thinking of creating new assets, might be landed assets, or it might be constructed assets, uh, you should refrain from creating assets before, because you will face only losses out of it, nothing else. And it's recommended that if your Mars is weak, if your birth Mars is weak, you need to strengthen Mars using red coral gemstone, because that will help you much. And it's recommended if you wear this red coral in index finger, that will control the malefic influence of Jupiter to the great extent in this case. So there will be losses and expenses, expenses on the creation of assets. In domestic harmony, you will also face problems, isn't it? You will lose, you will skip, you will face losses in domestic harmony also. So you will face problems with respect to your mother, isn't it? If your mother is ill, you are facing illness of mother is there. If you are a Capricorn ascendant uh, native, then this transit is not in your favor. So you might face critical problems so far as your mother is concerned. So this is a transit you need to be cautious for. And so far as the inheritance is concerned, your assets, your things in inheritance, you might be facing losses in that also. If something is being inherited, you will face losses in your inheritance matters also. uh, so this is a quite a deadly situation for you. And I only suggest that you do charities for Jupiter in order to get secured uh, from this transit. You need to do charities, continuous charities, from this during this transit. Charities for Jupiter, you can all simply Google the charities of Jupiter. So that's not the issue at all. And so far as Sadhisati is concerned, you don't have any Sadhisati, because Saturn is quite benefic planet for you. Saroj is defined only for 3 ascendant people, and there is a scientific definition of Saroj, and I have explained in that in a separate video already. You can watch that in order to get information and get safe, get from the fear and frightening situation that has been created by the classicals with regard to the Saroj concept. So far as your mother-in-law is concerned, you will also face problems with respect to mother-in-law. Your career is going to face problems. You will face problems in your professional life as well. So in this case, strengthening Venus is also important. If your birth Venus is weak, you need to strengthen Venus, isn't it? You need to strengthen Venus in order to get secure from the problems being faced in the professional life. So since in this case, again, as I said in many of the charts, that Jupiter is transiting in Aries, but it's aspecting its own moon Trikon sign, that Sagittarius. So it implies that it's strengthening itself. This is a problem. Since the malefic planet is aspecting its own sign, that is Sagittarius, it's strengthening itself. So it's a deadly situation. In this case, in this case, Jupiter becomes strong due to itself. It strengthens itself. So in this case is a problem. So the remedies for the Capricorn ascendant natives, Rahul Gandhi is also one of them, who is a Capricorn ascendant native, but he has many strengths in his chart. And I'll be in a new podcast. I will create a new podcast on that, whether Rahul Gandhi will be the next Prime Minister of India, in the light of astrology, in the light of his birth chart. And what is the role of Saturn. The role of Saturn in his birth chart is quite important. So that's another topic. It's not the subject matter of this podcast. Now let us move to the you need to do charities for sun also. If I don't know whether that is creating problem, but it's recommended that you need to do charities for sun and Jupiter, these two planets especially. And other planets you need not to worry about at all. So this is all about the Capricorn ascendant natives. Let us look at the Aquarius ascendant natives. Aquarius ascendant, this is a bully transit for you again, because Jupiter is the Jupiter is a benefic planet for you. It's a benefic planet for you. It rules the 11th house, the house of gains, desires, the house of income, the house of elder siblings, the house of wishes, the house of realization. So the transit is from Pisces. That was the second. That's the second house. Second house is considered to be one of the best houses in Vedic astrology. So it's not a mark sthan. It's not a mark house. It is a nice house. It's the house what we call a sun-like house. Similarly, third house we call a sun-like house. Similarly, ninth house we call a sun-like house. These houses have extreme importance in Vedic astrology, and any planet that is placed in a sun-like house, that's a blessing. So that blessing is being enjoyed by the Aquarius ascendant natives. It is a bully transit for the Aquarius ascendant natives again, because the lord of 11th house, the lord of the lord of house of gains, is transiting to the third house. The third house is the house of initiatives, the house of business ventures, isn't it? The house of communications, the house of entrepreneurship. So it is implying that you will have gains, you will have your desires fulfilled with regard to you if you are going to set up new ventures, new streams of income, new ventures in our life, new initiatives. You are making efforts in order to build something new. You will be able to gain from that. But it is given that your birth Jupiter is strong. It's only then. If it's not strong, that you need to strengthen it. And so far as your marital life is concerned, if you are a female Aquarius ascendant, your marital life will got smooth, and there are maximum chances that you will get married, and you will have gains from marriage as well during this transit. So there is a positive impact on your business. If your partnership will be a positive thing, your business will gain. You have gains from business also. And so far as foreign travel is concerned, your spiritual life is concerned, since Aquarius ascendant is its so Saturn transit is also in your favor. That is completely in your favor. And Jupiter transit is again in your favor. So it is a Bale transit. Both the transits are in your favor. So it's a Bale transit for you. You need to enjoy it, and you will have success in with respect to foreign travel as well. If you are going to open ventures in foreign lands in abroad, so you'll be able to do that. You'll get succeed in that. Now again, in this case, Jupiter is transiting its own Mudra, isn't it? Almost in all the ascendants, whenever this happens, this is a blessing for those ascendants for whom Jupiter is a benefic planet rather than malefic. When it's a benefic planet, it gives benefic results, and in this case you will have much gains with respect to new initiatives, with respect to ventures, and you will have support from elder siblings as well. You will have support from younger siblings as well. Your relationship with friends will be quite amazing, and you'll also be able to, if you are wishing to create new ventures along with your friends, you will have a success in that. So you need to enjoy this transit and nothing else. Now coming to the last ascendant, that is the Pisces ascendant. So far as the Pisces ascendant is concerned, this is a Bale transit for Pisces ascendant in one respect, but in the other respect it's not so. Why? Because the transit Jupiter is aspecting from Pisces. There is the first house to the second house. Second house is the house of career for Pisces ascendant. Is the house of wealth. It's the house of family. It's the house of spouse. It's the house of status rather. So this rules their 10th house, the 10th of the 10th house, the house of career, the house of professional life. So the lord of professional life, the lord of career, house of career is transiting the second house. The second house also the house of career for Pisces ascendant natives. So far as your career life is concerned, professional life is concerned, you will have much gains in your professional life. It's going to be a balle transit for Pisces ascendant natives. So far as their uh, career is concerned, you will have a bright career to be visible throughout this transit. And if you are going to invest in something, with regard to your family, in your position in your family, that will also raise due to your success in career. So in this transit you will be able to get status in your life due to professional success, and you will be able to get wealth also. And the other side of the transit is that Jupiter is transiting sixth house. It means that if there are few litigations in it, isn't it, you have been facing litigations, you have been facing court cases, you have been facing disputes in uh, in something, in many issues of your life, in many events of your life, you'll be able to get dominant. You will win the court case, isn't it? If litigations are there, court case, you will dominate and you will win the court case. But in this case again, you need to strengthen Mars, and you need to strengthen Jupiter as well. So there is nothing to worry. But and also, since Jupiter is aspecting 8th house, the house of obstructions, but it is the benefic planet for you, it will reduce the obstructions, it will reduce the impediments in your life. So this is a balle transit again for the Pisces ascendant natives. So this is all about Jupiter transit. Do subscribe the channel, do hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos. You might have felt that this is a channel that is quite different from all the channels. You might have seen Jupiter transit 2023 on many channels, but you will notice, just compare this channel, just compare the way I explain things in a concrete and scientific way, just compare it with another other channels. You will feel the difference, you will see the difference, you will realize the difference. This is what is the aim of this channel, to create awareness among the people, the myths, the unscientific, the nonsense concepts, the nonsense things that don't exist at all. In that name, people are frightened. In the name of Saroj and all that, you will have to face this, that. No, you will do remedies. 3 ascendants, I'll repeat: the Cancer ascendant, and after that the you know Taurus ascendant, and after that Capricorn ascendant. These are the 3 ascendants who need to do charities for Jupiter during this transit, Jupiter 2023, isn't it? Every year they need to do charities. Cancer ascendant, Taurus ascendant, and this Capricorn ascendant, because Jupiter is malefic planet for these 3 ascendants. Other ascendants, they don't need to do any charities at all, but they need to strengthen Jupiter in order to harness the benefits of Jupiter transit Jupiter 2023. So hope that you have enjoyed the session, you have enjoyed the podcast. I wish that you may get all the benefits of this transit, and may you be happy throughout your life, throughout your transit, throughout the transit of Saturn and Jupiter as well. So it's my wishes for you. So this is all about the transit, Jupiter transit 2023. And do comment, express your feelings, and how did you like this podcast. Do comment in the comment section, please, because your comments will encourage me, and I'll put forth new podcasters which people require in order to get a relevant info, a scientific based, a research based info on astrology that influences their day-to-day life. So this is all. Thank you.